Yes, sir.
Crush. Okay. Good evening, good afternoon. Sorry for the delay. We were just waiting for some of our friends to join. I welcome all the retractors and youth from Nepal, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Nigeria, Ghana, India. Thank you for all the trouble you have taken. We have been through 3 sessions. It's not easy, 2 hours every day. So your patience is to be admired. And I've been very happy with the type of participation which all the youth have been doing in these sessions. Perhaps it was a bit difficult for you, but don't worry. This whole session is supposed to be playful. You're supposed to enjoy it. And as I said, just be yourself. You don't have to worry, oh, this I don't know, that I don't know. It's not an examination. In enterprise education and in this course, whatever you say at that point of time is correct. Don't think that, oh, what will happen if I say this? What will happen if I say that? Every answer is correct at that point of time. So that is a wonderful thing. I'm quite sure each one of you has renamed yourself with your name, country, and college or club as a case. This is our fourth session. I thank Rotaract Club of RAC of Itahari and RAC Ugal of Nepal for having hosted this. We have already been through session 1, existing enterprise skills, role of enterprise, business idea generation, then marketing, designing, production, case studies. Today, we'll quickly look into finance plan, then village or town as an economic activity, and preliminary business plan. That is a point which I want to come up to. Tomorrow, we would like to take elevator pitch of the preliminary business plans. What that is, I will explain to you shortly. And day after will be the final presentations. So under finance, again, please do not expect a college type of finance lecture from me. I'm only talking of the utility part of the finance function, which we'll be doing here. The pithy verse which I would like to put forward for your perusal is, finance is for enterprise like life-giving air's presence. Finance is for enterprise like life-giving air's presence. Honest financial management will ensure long existence. This is also my experience that if you are very honest with your financial dealings, then sometimes there is a misunderstanding between you and the investor. And it has happened many times with me. But 2 or 3 years down the line, that investor said, oh, no, but you were honest in what you said. You are honest in what you did. And he has come back. So you have to be honest. There may be mistakes you will make, but those mistakes can be corrected. If you are honest about it, just say, sorry, we thought this treatment is this way, but by mistake we did that way. Once with the government authorities, my institution made a mistake of reporting one amount. So we did not misreport, but we reported that amount somewhere else. And the government raised an objection. So my chartered accountant, he just quickly wrote a letter of apology. We are sorry it happened. It was by this is our assumption was so and so. That's why we did it like that. But we accept your discretion and have corrected the accounts accordingly. And he corrected all the 8 or 10 years of audited accounts for that. So honest financial management will ensure long existence. That is what this particular verse says. Key objective under finance is to compare debt and equity financing. I'm going to keep it very simple for you people. Now, there are some concepts of enterprise concepts and skills. Financing is one concept, which is raising money. Then equity, anybody can say, quickly say what is equity? Put it in the chat box, or you can open your mic and talk. This is an interactive session. What do you think is equity? Students or youth or retractors? Your answers. Okay, somebody has put something in the chat.
Shares we purchase from share market.
Yeah. But I'm still looking for one more word in that. Equity. What happens in equity?
It's like own capital.
It's like own capital. So when somebody invests in equity, he's taking the risk along with you. That you may do well, you may not do well. If you do well, then he gets a return. If you don't do well, he does not get the return. That is equity. So it's like an ownership. And debt, as the word says, it's a debt. That means you have to pay it back with the agreed terms. Grants. Now, grants is an interesting thing. Sometimes you can get grants. I had one entrepreneur who underwent my course, and he just wanted some amount to buy his tools. His name was Vikas Kumbarkar. was in a rural area. So we arranged to get him a grant of $100. That time it was about 5,000 rupees. And with that, he was able to buy his tools. And he did not have to pay it back. Grants are also there. Please have a look at what is possible. Some institutions give grants. Then there is subsidies. Government gives subsidies many times. If you work in a particular area, industry of priority for the government, then they will give you a subsidy. Now the skills in enterprise skills, one is numerical skills. So if you are good at mathematics, you know how to calculate things, that will help you in your enterprise. Data interpretation is another important thing. Under data interpretation, you have to be able to interpret whatever data comes in front of you as an entrepreneur. And in fact, that data interpretation is what you'll have to do when you make the presentations now. So you have to draw pictographs or histograms or charts, tables, in order to interpret the data which you're going to present to us so that it becomes easy. See, when you gather a lot of data and you cannot just reel off that data one after the other to the people in front of you. You have to put it in forms of pie chart or something like that so that people like us can understand. So that is data interpretation. Let me see, somebody has written something else in the chat box. Okay, shareholder owner's capital. Very correct. Thank you. You go ahead now. Okay. You already heard that lady at the top left corner tell you about the resources which an industry needs or an enterprise needs. So the starting point for finance is to find out what cash you will need, for which you will list all the resources on the left side and how much is required on the right side. So for example, a resource could be somewhere you want to work. If it's an industry, then you need an industry shed. You need some plants and machinery. Then those products have to be sold somewhere. You need a retail showroom or something. You might need some transport, like a pickup van. You'll need tools, example, cookie cutters if you're in the bakery business. Equipment, example, oven for bakery. Materials, example, flour for bakery. Supplies. The materials and supplies, there's a very subtle difference. Supplies are things that are not a part of the direct material that goes into the product, but it is used to still run the business or industry. For example, oil for machines and cash for anything else. These are suggested things. When you do your business plan, take only what suits your business. You don't have to pick up everything and say, oh, now what do I do for the pickup van? If you don't need a pickup van, don't bother about it. You might need something else. Especially where you're taking rentals, make sure that you take at least 3 months rentals into reckoning. You can take more, well and good. And then work out what is the total cash requirement, first in your local currency. And since we are an international group, please also give at least the final figure in US dollars. So we will come to know what amount it is. Because if you say so many million near us, I may not be able to understand it. If I say so many lakh rupees, somebody from Nigeria will not understand it. So just at least the last figure, convert it into dollars so that you all know what you're talking about. Now, once you have found out your total startup, this is a flow chart which shows you. Here you start with the finance plan. You have listed all the resources as you saw in that table you need for starting your enterprise and estimate their cost and say that amount is A. Do you have enough of this A amount? If yes, then you don't need to do any more finance raising. Just get into production. And that is the best thing that can happen if you have enough money to carry on. But remember one thing, I still like to hark back to the first statement I made. I think it was in the first session or second session. You have a wealth, a confluence of wealth. And that confluence of wealth can be converted from one to the other and also into currency. What is that confluence of wealth? Can anyone quickly narrate? What is that confluence of wealth? For me, it's an important concept because I have used that wealth of mine and been able to do my business. Does anybody remember that confluence of wealth? I had put histograms, 8 histograms. You remember? Would you like to take a chance? Somebody? What was that confluence of wealth? And that wealth is with you in unlimited amounts. Okay, let me give you a hint. The first one was wealth of your value system. Do you remember that? What was the second? Okay, never mind. It's difficult to remember so many things. Second was wealth of your knowledge, the college education which you do, the extra reading that you do, magazines, books that you read. That is the wealth of knowledge. Any guess on the third one? What is the third wealth?
I guess it was about our enterprise or work where we do work.
Okay, okay. Good, good. But there's one more thing. Third stage after the knowledge and empowerment. I said wealth of the network, the people networked with you. That is also a wealth which you have. What is the fourth wealth?
It was about family. The
Family,
relations we
correct,
make.
correct. Yes, right. Family, relations you have got, that is also your wealth. Your total network of family, you're right in what you said just now. Thank you for that information. After that, what is the wealth? And that wealth also you have got. Is the wealth of any service that you have done in the society, any service your family has done. See, when you go out for an enterprise, somebody will say, "Oh, you are the daughter of so and so. Yeah, he helped this school. He built, he put a roof on it when that roof had blown away by the wind or something like that." And people remember that, and that acts as a positive thing in your favor. Or they'll say, "Oh yeah, last time there was a so and so event in the city, and you had gone ahead and helped out over there." Or last time there was a flood, and you went and helped over there. You know, those people add up. They're a part of your wealth. So whatever good you do in the society, whatever help you give to people in your society, all that is a part of your wealth. Thereafter, what is the wealth? Another wealth you have got. Do you remember the wealth which I thought I have got from the rock, or the wealth that just switch off your mics, please, if you're not going to talk just now. Only when you talk, please switch it on. The wealth of nature. Nature is a great source of wealth for us in its own subtle ways. For me, nature has been, the wealth I've got from nature is the wisdom I got. And I'll show you one more example. And then there's a wealth of whatever deeds or things that you have done or your family has done, which will last for a long time to come. So it's also a part of your wealth. Once you have all that wealth, at some point of time, it helps you to raise your finances. That is what is my humble submission, because that is how I raise my finances. I did not do it purposefully, but it happened. Okay, let's go. So once you, but okay, there was a, if you do not have enough funds, then you have to split it into debts and equity. I think this is too complicated. I'll just show you the table over here. How much startup cash you need, say A. How much do you have, say B. How much you must raise, A minus B equals C. Now C in turn is the debt and the equity from others, because equity from yourself is B. So that is how the total finance will be raised. In your preliminary business plan competition, it is enough you keep it in such a simplified way that my equity is so much and the debt, the rest of it I wish to raise by loan, or if some friends are giving you, be as practical as possible. This is just a small split up of how you will raise the funds. But once you start thinking about your own funds, you will be able to find out. Okay, now we come to an activity. Ahir, please switch off your mic. I'll appreciate that. Ahir, Chetan, please switch off your mic. Ahir. Yeah, thank you, Ahir. I think you've switched off. Okay. Thank you, Ahir. Okay, we are going into an activity called village or town as an activity. Okay. This is all available on that web portal, enterprise-education.in, under higher secondary college level. And then there are modules, general, and under general module, and in business studies module, we are having the lessons which we are studying now. Now, as I said, my wealth which I have drawn from nature is immense. Let me tell you what the mountain spoke with me about being an enterprising person. If you permit me, I'll play the video and let's see what the mountain has told me.
One who abides by truth, persistence, and industriousness, she alone shall deserve the love of God. One who adopts these virtues, she alone shall walk with the head held up high. She alone shall walk with the high.
Do you like what the mountain told me? Anybody? Do you like the message?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. He says, one who abides by truth, persistence. It goads you to abide by truth, persistence, and industriousness. Industriousness is hard work. Let me tell you, when I was at the top of my own enterprise, I was working 14 to 16 hours a day. Not a joke. Just about sleeping, just about eating, just about getting ready, working 14 to 16 hours. That was industriousness. And that paid off. Nowadays, I've got to slowed down because of age and whatnot. And now because I'm more busy in trying to share my experiences. Truth is another important, strong, very strong factor which stood with me. I have lost a lot because I stood with truth. I have lost a lot. Let me be very frank. I've lost a lot. But the person who taught me to live by truth was the chairman of my organization. He was Brigadier Gole, and he was the director of Air India in the board of directors of JRD Tata. So you can imagine, people who have not heard of JRD Tata. JRD Tata is from the Tata Industries Group. He is the doyen of Indian industry. He's the person who brought aviation to India first time. And Tata, I think in the earlier discussions, one of you participants said they are known for their ethics. So all that ethics from JRD Tata came to Brigadier Gole, and from Brigadier Gole to my organization. At one point, there was some problem, and I said, let us do this way. Let us be a bit unethical. And he said, no, even if we lose, but we'll not be unethical. If the party in front of us is unethical, let them be, but we will not be unethical. So we stuck. He told me, no, you have to stick to truth. So we lost. In fact, we lost about 40 lakh rupees in that one persistence, insistence that we will be work with truth. 40 lakh we got. We lost. But that investor, about 2 years later, came back to us. He says, no, we have made a mistake. We realize that it's a mistake. Here's that money back with you. So truth, persistence, and industriousness. One who adopts these virtues, he or she alone shall walk with the head held up high. Held up high. That is the message from the mountain which I thought I got. Thank you, Rishabh, for your liking. Okay, shall we go ahead? Are you all with me?
One who abides by truth,
again.
persistence, and industriousness, she alone shall deserve the love of God. One who adopts these virtues, she alone shall walk with the head held up high. She alone shall walk with the head held up high.
Okay. When you go to any village or town, you will find that there are various zones. Who is that? Can you please switch off your mic if you are not talking with the audience? I'll appreciate it. Anupraj, just find out whose mic is open and mute it if you can. Thank you very much. Every village or town or city has got various zones, like the residential zones where the people live, industry or office zone where people work, and retail or shop zones where the markets exist. This is a quick wrap up of a visit I made to a steel plant. Why I'm showing this to you, I'll explain later. Have a look at the steel plant. Its raw material was coming on barges on a river. Then from there, it was transported to these blast furnaces, iron ore. And there it was melted. Various alloying materials were added to it: tin, arsenic, tin, aluminum, silicon, etc. Huge furnaces. When I went there, that temperature was almost something like 60 or 70 degrees centigrade, even though we were far away from it. And then that molten iron was sent. It was like a liquid river of iron flowing, and it was sent through various rollers and made into thin sheets. And especially I went into the control room where you can see these young engineers sitting, young people like you, who can control the positioning of the cylinders to get the different gauges of the steels. They're qualified people. And then the steel rollers would be then transported out of in the lorries. My question is, how does this or any other enterprise benefit the town as an economic entity? Any enterprise, big or small. How does it benefit? Can you put it in the chat box or open your mic and say, how does an enterprise like this benefit the town? What benefits does it give? Yes. What is it? It provides employment. Wonderful, Monica. Thank you very much. I appreciate that answer. Anything else? What does it do? Quick answers. What does it do? You remember that chart I showed you of business linkages? Yes. Taxes. Yes, people pay taxes, and that also helps the economy. Very true, because from that the government does various things. Thank you, Babita. Sheetal says cash flows in different forms. Okay, right. Cash flows in different forms. Right. Good. Anything else? Wonderful answers. All beautiful answers. Sahil says comfort for human beings. Okay, comfort for what? I mean, okay, for living, because it gives them a living, wages. So they can buy food, they can buy clothes, they can buy houses, they can educate the children. Very good. I think most of you have got the answers right. So it provides employment, it provides income to the households around, it provides for education, it provides for more enterprises to get set up. If once there's a big enterprise, more enterprises get set up. Why am I explaining this to you is that is the importance of you people doing these business plans. If God willing, few years down the line, you really start that business, along with you, there'll be at least 20 other businesses that will get started. And you are employing not just, let's say, 40 or 50 people which you are employing, but there's indirect employment to, let's say, 5,000 people just by your one effort. And who will do these enterprises? But people like you, who can think, who have the knowledge, who have the necessary skills for it, and who have undergone this enterprise education course. So remember that there's a lot of motivation for wanting to be enterprising. Of course, you can. I am still not going to stop you if you get into employment. You should get into employment. I worked for 17 years before I took the leap of faith and left the job and went on my own. So there's nothing wrong in that. But even in employment, be enterprising. Take initiative. Wait just 1 minute. I think Dr. Athauri has joined. Welcome, Dr. Saab. We will look forward to hearing from you, your words after some time. Welcome, sir. Okay. So these are the 4 lines again over here from my Udyam Shastra, which says, and so on, in fact, countless enterprises are in our land by harmonizing resources developed by one's own hand. Harmonizing resources, that is the key of being enterprising. Okay, some quick concepts. We are doing this exercise to recognize how people live and work together and apply decision making. Concepts here are economic entity. Can somebody guess what is an economic entity? Okay, economic entity is a network of people working together in an economy. That is an economic entity. So for me, Pune is an economic entity in which I am surviving. Then there are economic zones, those I've already explained. Under skills, we have got map reading, because in map reading, what you're doing is learning to read symbols, or what they represent, learning to understand various geographical areas that is needed when you understand a village or town, and decision making. Somebody has already defined decision making. Can anybody quickly tell me what is decision making? What is decision making? Or somebody had didn't contribute to GDP. Yes, thank you. That was Anuj. Decision making is something, is what you do when you're. Yes, please. You saying something?
Chalking out all the possible ways to solve a problem and then choosing the best one
Correct.
which causes
Correct.
least losses and more
I
profit.
so much like that answer. So much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's a correct answer. And Shital has said critical thinking upon any circumstances and take an action. Both are complementary answers. Thank you very much. Now, you don't have to do the exercise just now, but let me just tell you what this exercise is. This is your exercise in the worksheets, you will find it. Do it when we break up for the session or for your breakout rooms. It's called business on a crossroad. This dark thing over here is the crossroad, and these small circles are various enterprises on it. Okay, so you will be called upon to list about 10 or 12 enterprises or 16 enterprises if you can by actual name. So there have to be actual enterprises which you know about. So if you are a team of 2 or 3 people, just write down what enterprises you know. So if you know a tailor shop, put the name of that. If you know a handicraft shop, put the name of that. Actual names. If you know a cafeteria on that road, put it. It all need not be on the same road. It's just a combination of various enterprises. And once you have done that, then on that road is shown a red colored square over here below. That's an empty shop. You have to take a decision as to what you will enterprise you can put in that empty shop and still be viable, given the circumstances of all those other shops and enterprises which are around you. Then you have to make a choice, because you are taking into consideration not only that, plus you have to take into consideration that the road which you have imagined, whether it has got parking space in case you need parking space, whether there is sufficient traffic over there. That means suppose you open a stationery shop, then there has to be a residential zone where people will come. There has to be a school around. So if your 12, 16 enterprise which you put up includes a school, then it makes sense to have a stationery shop there or something like that. So what you have to do is, in the exercise sheet, when you start, make 3 choices of businesses that will be started in that empty shop. What is your choice number 1, choice number 2, and choice number 3? Then find out what are the 3 positive aspects of doing that particular enterprise, but importantly, also 3 negative aspects. See, we have a bias. Every time we want something to be done, we take only the positive part of it, but we forget that it has negatives also. But so make sure that you list at least 2 to 3 negative parts. Do it for all the 3, and then come to a balanced view that of these 3, what might be the best enterprise that will be suited over there. This exercise you can do either today or you can do it offline also. I don't need it right away, but this is one exercise which will help you to be a good decision maker. Now I'll come to the preliminary business plan. Why I'm calling it preliminary is that the real business plan is a very detailed exercise. It can take about 6 months to really draw up a business plan. Sometimes, even though you know what is business planning, you are not qualified for it. You have to then take a technical consultant who will give you the actual details. For example, I was working in Kirloskar Consultants, and then the businessman will come and say, okay, I have an idea, I want to do this, but I don't know what to do. Then we will find out all the details, what plant and machinery he needs, what layout should be there, how much he should lay the machinery, and what it will cost. We'll draw up the things and give it to him. And then you say, oh, no, this much funds I don't have. Then how can I reduce it? Then you say, okay, then there are machines with lower capacity. Like that we used to discuss, and it used to take 6 months to even draw up that business plan for him. But here we are doing a quick business plan. So that's why we're calling it preliminary business plan. It's just to help you realize that actual business planning is a much more complex, much more thorough exercise than what we will be doing. We're just going to do this plan in a day or 2. So never mind. It's just to give you a feel and to give you a interesting side Example, in my college days, we had NCC. So one day we were taken to the shooting range, and they just said, okay, here's a revolver, hold it in your hand. And for a moment, I could not hold it. My hand started shaking and with the revolver. So my NCC instructor says, Pradeep, just hold it straight, aim for the bullseye and shoot. So I looked at through the thing, viewfinder, and aim for the bullseye and shoot. 1, 2, 3, shoo, 5 shots. And then at the shooting range end where the targets are, below in the trench are sitting people. So then the guy who was sitting next on my this thing, he says, mine was a washout, not a single bullet had hit. I said, how come? I'd hit on the bullseye. I'd seen the bullseye being hit. But my neighbor had 5 of mine and 5 of his, so 10 bullseye. So I said, sorry, sir, to my NCC instructor. He said, no, right now, the only idea is for you to be able to know that how a revolver has to be held and handled. So similarly, in the preliminary business plan, right now, don't worry about what is impact will be. Right now, you just have to know what is that thing called business plan and how you will do it. So there's a nice pithy verse for this. Marketing, production, finance, manpower plan, and quality are essential in a business to run it successfully. That is the beautiful verse you can keep in your mind. In Maharashtra, there's a Maharashtra Bank Self-Employment Training Institute. They get their students who come for business training or skill training to learn these verses by heart. So I asked them, why are you asking them to learn by heart? He said, because then it will remain at the back of their mind. And at point of time when they're doing their business and they need it, it will pop out. Okay, this is what it is. See if you like it, keep it at the back of your mind. In this preliminary business plan, the concepts are economic entity, which has been already explained to you. Preliminary business plan. Okay, now please understand that there are 4 plans that you have to combine synergistically. These are the plans we have already discussed. One was the marketing plan, which we discussed with the 4 P's. Abhijit's example was given to you. So what is the product, what is the price, what is the place, and what is the promotion aspect. Then was the design plan, where we talked of the 2 A's. Is it appropriate and is it achievable? And the example I gave you was the voice restorer, which I had designed. Then production plan, we said, is the 3 M's, men, machine, and material. Sorry. And where am I? And in finance, we talked of the D's and E's, that is debt and equity. So I'm not expecting you to make a very complicated plan. So you don't have to make a big technological plan or big plan of how the layouts will be. Just these 4 simple plans you have to make. And synergy of the business plan is how you will be able to combine these 4 plans and show it to us. What is the importance of the business planning then? What do you think is the importance? Why should you do business planning at all? Can you put it in the chat? Why should we do business planning? Somebody has written something or no? How does a business plan help you? I think people are. Okay. Good. Some people have started responding. Thank you very much. I appreciate what you're saying. Give me a minute. I'll just check them out. Okay. Plans have to be made for futuristic actions to be taken. Thank you, Monica, for that. Ria says to break the big plan into baby steps and start taking actions. Sahil says move flawlessly. Very good. Very nice. Very nice. It gives you a SWOT analysis, Anuj says. Thank you, Anuj. Good. Congratulations. All of you have understood. It also helps you to do budgeting. Thank you very much. You have to make a budget for it. So that's what a business plan does. That is the importance of the business plan. And it gives you a benchmark to work against. That is the importance of a business plan. I remember when I was doing my business, I used to have my detailed plan for at least 52 weeks. I was in the field of producing radio programs and TV programs. So every week, every Monday, my programs used to come. I used to plan it out. Okay, this is the program that will come here. Then once I have said this is the date of that plan, radio program, then I'll go backwards. So I have to contact the expert on this date. That day I'll put down. I have to contact the radio station on this day. That date I'll put down. So like that, I had a business plan. And then I was able to say, hey, but somehow I missed calling that fellow. So I have a benchmark to compare where I am. And then I would say that, okay, from this program, I need this information to come out. And when I get the response, I want this information response to come. If that response doesn't come, then I know that something has gone wrong. So that is, you're right. I've got some more responses. Kishori says planning will help to know how to achieve our goal. TJ, thank you for your response. Make you know if your business is moving in the right direction or not. Perfect. Perfect. Please make a note of it, everybody. Please make a note of what wonderful response TJ has given. It makes you know if your business is moving in the right direction or not. Yes. It's like a steering wheel. It helps you to understand where you're going, you're looking. Okay, good. We'll move on now. Importance of business plan. And in the enterprise skill which you require for a good business plan is strategic thinking. It's the central purpose of your enterprise and the basic way of how this purpose will be fulfilled has to be known to you. And you have to understand what will be the elements of competition, cooperation with other businesses, changing circumstances, and other factors for your business and enterprise. That is strategic thinking. So in short, the preliminary business plan, which is shown in the center over here, is a synergistic combination of right now just 4 plans. I'm not asking you for a very detailed plans, just these 4 plans. Marketing plan, 4 P's, product, price, place, promotion. Design plan, the 2 A's, whether it's appropriate or achievable. Then the finance plan, the D's and N's, E's, debts and equity. And 3 M's of production plan, men, machines, and material. This combination is what I want in a very, very simple way. You don't have to make it very complicated. Just make it simple. Good. The instruction is that you have to make a realistic enterprise. Not something vague that which doesn't have a meaning. Make it. So I'm not talking now of a daydreaming. Daydreaming exercise you have completed. That was one different exercise. Now we are talking of something realistic which you can do. So when it's realistic, it need not be very complicated. It need not be complicated. I remember once I went to a meeting and a friend of mine came in a very swank car. Not friend of mine, he was a stranger. So when you got introduced, I asked him, what do you do? He says, I do house cleaning. What? House cleaning? Yeah. So he was handling house cleaning. And when he says house cleaning, it's not just where people live. When he says house cleaning, it means housekeeping. So he was doing housekeeping for hotels, hospitals, like that. And that was his business. He was not feeling bad about it that, oh, I'm doing floor cleaning. Physically, he was not doing the floor cleaning, but he's planning the whole thing. So enterprise can be anything. I know of an IIM guy who passed out with flying colors with MBA. IIM is Indian Institute of Management in India. It's the biggest institute you can have in the country. After passing out, he started a business, continued the business which his parents used to do of flower selling. They had a small kiosk of flower selling. And he continued that. Today, he's a very major player of flower distribution throughout the country. Pearls and Petals, I think it's called. Ferns and Petals, that's the name. So it can be a very humble enterprise, but with your knowledge, your experience, your thoughts, you can make a great success of it. So when you do your business planning, review the marketing plan, design plan, use the website which I have given you, look at the flow charts. Most important is your idea has to be very clear. It should be visionary. Once your idea is clear, then you make those 4 plans. Prepare graphs, charts, PPTs, videos, if you like to present it. Present it as a team if possible. If you don't get a team, present it individually. Individual plans are also welcome. But if you have 2 to maximum 5, don't go beyond 5 because it's difficult to collaborate and we don't have much time. So 2 to maximum 5, even 1 will do. There should be one group leader who is informally appointed by you. You may decide who all will present and what portion of the business plan, because it should appear as a team effort. And as I said, attendees, those who are listening to the plan, they have to think like an investor. Because you imagine that if this plan comes in front of you, whether you will risk your money. That is the question. And then accordingly, you put in the chat box what questions as a banker or investor you will ask. That is how the business plan will go. But for tomorrow, okay, let's then quickly understand how you will convert your dreams to business plan. There's a worksheet which is there in your this thing of how to do the business plan. I'll just show you where it is. Yeah, it's a worksheet which looks like this. It's there on page 39. So first of all, in that worksheet, it says what is the visionary idea behind the product. Anuprash, can you see whose mic is open and request them to close it down? Or you close it yourself? Can you close it yourself? Okay, yes. Thank you. Okay, thank you. So define your visionary idea. Now, to give you an example, the visionary idea of one of the girls, she was a junior college girl. She said that never start a business just to make money. Start a business to make a difference. So what a beautiful vision it is. What a beautiful vision. Never start a business just to make money. Start a business to make a difference. And then from there, she says, she comes to manufacture exclusive cakes filled with wholesome goodness of wheat, A2 cow milk, and dry fruits. That is the difference she's wanting to make. Beautiful vision. Vision translates into a product or service. Okay. Then there's another visionary idea. It was from Madan Regmi of RAC Itahari, Track Club of Itahari. He had the vision that I want to do import substitution for Nepal and save it valuable foreign exchange. It's a beautiful thought, very beautiful thought. And he wrote in his vision to make Nepal self-dependent in automobile industry. Madan Regmi, no, I think that I made a mistake. That was Sital. Okay, we'll correct. Sital. Sital's vision was to make Nepal self-dependent in automobile industry. In fact, today evening, after I finish it, we are going to hear Sital making his presentation. It's very beautiful thoughts to make Nepal self-dependent in automobile industry. See, once you have such a large vision, nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you. Then marketing plan, again, the 4 P's, I'm just repeating again and again so that it remains in your mind. The 4 P's, your product, price, place, or promotion. Design plan, what will be your design plan? Use the 2 A's, appropriate and achievable. And production plan, the 3 M's, and the finance plan. Little bit work out the business property to the extent possible. Here is that little girl who worked out the costing and profitability of her, I think it was cakes or something. She said target manufacturing cost would be 38 rupees per piece. Selling cost would be 45. Total profit would be 7 per piece. Very simple methods you use. Profit per year she calculated was 105,000 and payback period 1 year for whatever finances she was going to raise. Now, 12th grade students, those of college who presented their business plans in 2020, you can see Mehak Patel, she presented on boutique, Sanchita whole wheat, Swarali some organic something. 1 minute. Then Tanishka wanted to make a business resort. Shriti want edutainment. Soham Bobde, higher teacher, very interesting concept he had. Then Ruchi also boutique. These are just children of the 12th grade, hardly 17, 18 years children, but beautiful things they have put up. I have sent you the YouTube link of all the plans of these people. Did you, if you check out your email of today, if you have already not checked it out, please check it out. This link is given. If you click on that, you can see the business plan of each of these people. Similarly, this is the business plans which the Rotractors made. Now, Anuprash Bista presented on food processing. Mala Dhital, you have already heard, textile. Sital, who will present today, electric vehicle. Madan Regmi on perfumes. And Nirajan from Delhi are fruits and veggies. Similarly, there were various other Rotractors. Again, I have sent you the YouTube link and also the scan code. You can just scan the code and you can see all the business plans of these people, actually hear them making their presentation. So you see there's the young minds like yours are very rich, very imaginative, very creative, and very noble. So just go ahead. You've got very noble thoughts, which I experienced already. use your noble thoughts to prepare your own business plans. This is Sanchita's thing, but I think how much time do I have? I wanted to stop at 7 or something like that. Under 15. I'll take Sital's plan better.
Yep.
Yeah, Sital, I am just be ready now. I'm going to play your plan. Please pay attention to this plan of Sital Dital. He's from Sital Dital. Yeah, he's from Rotary. Okay. Please follow it very carefully.
So is it visible?
Yes. Oh no, sorry. It's from the video. I started saying yes. Okay. Please listen to it. What happened? Yes.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Rotractor Sital Dital from Rotrac Club of Iteri, District 329 to Nepal. I'm currently pursuing BTech in Electrical and Electronic Engineering from Sharda University, Delhi. So I'm going to present my business plan. So the main vision behind my business plan is to give an electric vehicle that is economic, eco-friendly, with speed and luxury, and to make Nepal self-dependent in automobile industry. Every year, Nepal imports vehicles of worth rupees 10 billion from India and other third countries. So as per the design plan, my vehicle will be a lithium battery powered, and it will be BLDC motor operated, brushless DC motor. It will be equipped with smart electronic functionalities such as smart dashboards, transient alert system, and made up of carbon fiber body. So for the marketing plan, we will be mainly focusing upon the people who belongs to the middle class, and we will be taking this advantage of social media marketing as well. So as for the design analysis, I've gone through some of the paperwork and I've done some of the calculation. So in budget, we can use 40 HP motor for the motor, and the battery up to 1200 Ah. Using that, it takes the average speed of 120 km/h, and it can travel up to 240 km in one full charge. So for the production plan, the area which we require is 30,000 square feet. And the labor cost workers, we require 10 labor cost workers, and for the engineers, we require 2 automobile engineers, 2 electrical engineers, and 1 IT engineer for it. And for the initial part of the production, we require some of the basic tools such as hydraulic lifts, welding machines, air compressors, grinders, and I've kept it over here. And as for the financial plan, for the initial production, I have taken for the 5 vehicles, 5 complete products. I have taken materials of worth rupees 100 lakhs. This is in NRS, that is Nepalese rupees, and infrastructures that is 20 lakhs. For the machines, I have kept 25 lakhs, and for the human resources, I have kept 5 lakhs. So the total worth is NRS 1.5 crores. For the costing of the product, for the housing of the vehicle, I have kept 5 lakhs for it. For the motor, I have kept 5 lakhs. For the batteries, I have kept 5 lakhs. And for the electronics, I have kept 2 lakhs. And for the operating cost, I have kept 50,000 NRS. And for the miscellaneous, I have kept 1 lakh. So total cost of the vehicle comes out to be 18.5 lakhs. That is in Indian rupees, it is 11.56 lakhs in Indian rupees. So thank you. And for the production, for the financial plan, I like to take the help of the equity method, sir. Thank you, sir. This was my presentation. If there is any question, you all can ask me.
Thank you, Sital. Mamta, please.
Sital, your idea is really great, and your visionary also very good, because this is the need of the day of today. And I just wanted to ask, there are already well established companies in the market, electric car making companies like Tesla, Toyota. So how are you differentiate your product from established these car manufacturers?
Ma'am, thank you for the question. First of all, ma'am. First of all those company are the multinational company, and those companies' plant is not available in Nepal yet. And our country cost more than 100% taxation in those vehicles, and its costing becomes very high when it comes to the market of Nepal. So we are doing in-house production in Nepal. So the in the competition range also we will come little bit lower, because those will be having a very high cost for that. So that will get advantage for us.
Yes, that will be very cheaper than other companies.
Yes.
Just I want to ask one more question. Are you planning to raise 1.5 crore? In order to raise such an amount, you will need to show or any demo sample product.
Yes,
Are you prepare that?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I am pursuing BTech in Electrical and Electronics Engineering, and I have done, ma'am, lots of projects. I have in my group, I have developed one electrical vehicle in the last semester as well. So I can demonstrate that product as well for that, and in the further I can show the simulations and other stuff.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you. Nitinji.
Sheetal, nice presentation and a very ambitious idea, I should say, to manufacture a vehicle, electric vehicle, which is the need of the century. At the same time, I have a question where you are speaking about four-wheeler, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because that was not mentioned. Okay,
sorry,
so I feel that you need to, the housing and the rest of the costs which you have considered. So have you done any research that, because you have mentioned the housing cost of 5 lakh and the other costs, including the electronics and operating costs. So have you done any project plan for this, or
yes, sir.
how you have arrived on these costs? This is my question.
Yes, sir. I have done detailed research for the motors, batteries, electronics, and other stuff. But the housing kit, I have the tentative cost for it, sir.
Yeah, because I think that is the most,
Yes.
You need to check exactly, because in this side of the world, the housing costs and the mold costs, you must be aware, are very, it's very costly as compared to China and other markets. So
yes.
Anyway, nice presentation and a very, very ambitious plan. So
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Shyam.
Well, I can support what Mr. Nitin has said. It's a really ambitious plan, but only one thing what I can like to suggest is that the car manufacture is a series production. The moment you consider one off, your all economics and all is going to get in problem area. So you have to consider that way. It's a series production, mass production. That is the only suggestion what I can give. Otherwise, your presentation is very much apt. And if you wish me to ask me a question, only one question what you have not answered is that how much kilometers your vehicle can go in one charge?
So I have mentioned it over here. If we are using, this comes under my budget. If we are using 1200 AH battery and the 40 HP motor, it can go up to 240 kilometer in one full charge.
Fine. Thank you. Good. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Jury. There is two questions from the attendees. One has asked, how are you targeting middle class with such a high price? And somebody has just mentioned that, Malashev has mentioned that facing battery problems in e-vehicles nowadays. What is your take on that?
In the budget thing, we will be going with the help of the banking, and we will be doing EMI for that. We'll be using the mode of the EMI. We'll go parallelly with the banking, financing and all, and that too. If we consider the other electrical vehicle, those pricing is going more than, in average, its prices is more than 25 lakhs. So when we are trying to reduce that cost. So that's why we are focusing on the middle class. And the second question was the battery problem. So we are using a lithium-ion battery for that. The traditional vehicle which are using generally lead-acid battery, they are using lead-acid. So we are using a lithium-ion battery, and we will be providing a certain warranty period for that, for the assurance.
Okay, thank you for that. We have a question from Dhiranji Datta. In Nepal, what is the middle class buying capacity, as your cost has to match their purchasing capacity? I think you have answered this, no? But you can
Yes,
just
yes, yes.
answer.
So in average, so in like economic vehicle, if you consider, the average cost is 20 lakhs. So
Okay.
it will be come in that range.
Within that range. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Sital, for this effort of yours. Okay, that is Sital Dital. I'll stop the sharing for a while and pin Sital so that you can. If I pin him, all of you can see him. Is it? What happens? Okay. Or is anybody has any questions? Please ask Sital. You can open your mic or put it on the chat box and ask. Even the
Hello, sir.
professors who are here can
Everyone.
ask. Huh?
Yes, sir. Thank you for presenting my idea. It was though 2 years back, and lots have changed, and lots my vision has changed by now. So yeah, I'm always ready for the question. Thank you.
Any of the professors present can ask him a question, or any students or retractors if you have a question. And if you ask a very good question, Sital might give you a sample car as a gift. Okay, there doesn't seem to be any question. It's a complicated engineering product. Any of the teachers would like to ask a question? Quick question, please. Okay.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah. Who's speaking?
Sir, Riya
Please go
from
ahead.
India.
Ah.
Yes, Mr. Shital, how do you plan on solving the problem that it is very hard to put charging stations in areas like deserts? Because if you want to go on a long ride from one state to another, let's say in India, there is a long road, and the battery capacity is not much that it can cover the whole distance in one charge. And it is also very difficult to set up an actual charging point in the middle of that long road. So will there be any provisions that you can carry an extra battery or anything like that in case of unavailability of charging points for long distances or remote areas, let's say?
Sital,
Thank you, yeah, for the question. There could be a provision of extra battery packs. What we could do is one pack will be the functioning, and we will be providing the another battery pack, which will be be helpful for the addition to extend the range of the vehicle.
good.
And
Thank you.
sir, I would like to add on something, if sir permits.
Now, first, let me ask. Sahil has asked a question. Why not use hydrogen as fuel rather than lithium? I do not know if that is possible. Just any.
Yes, I'm always open for this suggestion, and yeah, the hydrogen fuel is also a very I can't say it's completely in use right now, but it's a topic to be researched upon, and it's being researched upon. So if it's possible, then we'll definitely go for it.
Okay, there's nobody else on the chat, so you can ask your question, Ria. Last question, and then we are moving ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, since you're actually studying engineering, I think it's a valid question. Is there any possibility that a solar energy can be used for the same? Like you can install solar panels on the top of the car? Because that's also like, it's imaginable. So is it doable?
Once again, thank you. Actually, solar panel can be used to extract the energy in somewhat percentage, but right now the panels which we are having is not so efficient enough to capture all the energy which we are receiving here in the surface of the earth. So in future, definitely it will be if it will be efficient enough, the energy which has been captured by the panel could be directly used by a vehicle to travel. So.
Okay, thank you, Sital. You made a very good plan presentation. Thank you very much. We'll move ahead now. Friends, I hope by this example and the earlier two examples which we took, I think one example we took was from the school children. Another example we took was Mala yesterday. And it looks like all successful entrepreneurs in Nepal have got the surname of Dital. Mala, Dital, Sital, Dital. Is it so?
Yeah, actually, we are siblings. So.
Okay, siblings. This I didn't know. All the best. Good,
yeah,
good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll move ahead now. Oh, later gone back. Give me a minute. Okay. Okay, you can refer to the web portal enterprise-education.in lesson 12 to revise how to make the business plan. Now, let's talk of what you have to do now. Next webinar is tomorrow. Tomorrow, we are only looking forward to an elevator pitch. Do you understand what is an elevator pitch? Can anybody tell what's an elevator pitch? Okay, I'll explain it to you. I was attending a conference in Mumbai, and I had an idea. I was doing video production, and suddenly I found a very famous personality from the industry getting into the lift. And I also had to get into the lift. So I got into the lift, and from the point I got into that lift and got out, in those 2 minutes, I explained to him my project. He immediately grabbed it and said, "Yes, Pradeep, I'm putting you in touch with some of my friends who will help you." That is an elevator pitch. Imagine that you're going in an elevator, and within 2 minutes, you have to tell whatever is in your mind. Now, I have had to use elevator pitches very strongly whenever I go to investors. So when I went to SIDBI to ask for funds for my project, I was first asked to meet the managing director. I had to tell him about what is Udyog Sadhana radio program, TV program. So I said, "Sir, my aim is to help unemployed youth to find different options of doing small businesses and help them to get inspired by giving them case studies." That's all. He says, "Oh, is it so? Thank you very much." He calls up, "Hello, the Chief General Manager, Mr. So-and-so. Can you please give some time to Mr. Pradeep Wagh?" See, with the Managing Director, I have not spent more than 2 minutes. I've just given him a thought. He has liked the thought. He has sent to the Chief General Manager. When I go to the Chief General Manager, there I make a 15 minutes presentation, 10 to 15 minutes, which is equivalent to what you will do day after, once you get selected. He then took a little bit more. Then I started telling him what are going to be the main modules. First module will be on achievement motivation. Second module will be on different business opportunities. Third module will be on what government will provide us help. And fourth module will be so and so, something I explained. Oh, he said, "That's a good plan." Then he says, "Now you please talk with my project manager." So he sent me to the project manager. With the project manager, I do a 3-hour presentation where I go week to week. That first week, I will do this program, second week, this program, third week, this program, like that. See, this is what is meant. When you go to a big shot in your finance company, you have to be very brief. He will pass you on to somebody else. Then you have to have a slightly 10 to 15 minutes presentation. Then he'll pass you on to the operational person. There you may have to spend 1 hour, 3 hours, maybe a few days. So tomorrow, what I want is an elevator pitch by all of those who are wanting to participate in the business plan competition. What we are going to do is, we prefer team working. From the elevator pitches which you will present tomorrow, we will shortlist 5 or 6 and tell them to make the detailed business plan in front of a grand jury. And we are having a fantastic jury day after tomorrow. Can you tell about the jury, Anuprash, who's that lady who's coming? And I'll tell about the Nitin Naik. Tell about that lady.
Yes, sir. So, hello guys. I hope you're doing well. We are very, very pleased to inform you that Dr. Dakshata Rana Shah will be the jury from our side. And yes, she is a very reputed businesswoman in Nepal. She is the CEO of Italy International College. She did her PhD from Cambridge, and she has a 17-year experience in a financial company, and she has a lot of networks with entrepreneurs. So if you have good business ideas, she could connect you with an entrepreneur, or could connect you to a financial company. So I wish you a best of luck. And yes, she has a very good experience in business, so she would be helping in your business plan as well and giving you ideas. Thank you.
And the second jury is one Mr. Nitin Nayak. He is the CEO of a company called Cubics Tech in India. It's an IT company. Nitin Nayak, for your information, is the person who has steered the awards for this particular event. So he has garnered together $100 to be given to the first prize winner. He's going to come. He's a very experienced businessman. He's also going to be one of the juries. So for tomorrow, what exactly is the elevator pitch? The evaluation will be done on the passion which you saw. See the passion with which Sital made his presentation, or Mala made a presentation, or those school children made their presentation. You could see that the passion was in their eyes. And clarity of your visionary idea. What is the visionary idea? Are you clear about it? And then second level is product or service which you want to do to fulfill that vision. Then for tomorrow in the elevator pitch, brevity is important. Brevity means briefness. You don't have to talk and talk and talk. It has to be brief. And integration of thoughts of marketing, design, production, and finance. Now, depending on how, when we break out, today in the breakout sessions, focus only on whether you would like to participate in the elevator pitch as an individual, whether in groups of 2, groups of 3. That is the only decision you make. To think about your visionary idea and perhaps the product or service. I do not yet want your marketing plan, design plan completely. And when you come back from the breakout rooms, you have to give your names. Anuprash will note them down. Those are the people we will listen to tomorrow. Depending on the number of people who want to make the elevator pitch, if there are 5, then it's different. If there are 15, then you might get 2 or 3 minutes each. But be ready for any amount of time. But minimum 2 to 3 minutes you will definitely get. So that is the plan for tomorrow. And we will, as I said, there'll be a small team who will evaluate you on your passion, 10 points, vision, 10 points, brevity means briefness, 10 points, integration of thoughts, 10 points. And the evaluator must also have his own point evaluation criteria, 10 points out of 50 points. And then we'll select about 5 teams to make the final plan to that great lady. She is a fantastic lady. You have to remember that you're talking to a very great personality of Nepal and to a very great personality from India. If you're TJ, if you think you can get us a jury person, we'll welcome somebody from Nigeria or from Bangladesh or from Sri Lanka. But if you haven't thought like that, please give your suggestion to Anuprash by tomorrow morning so that we can arrange it. You're also welcome. Nigeria is welcome. Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, you can also nominate somebody on the jury. Okay, I want to give you a thought. In India, somehow we talk of mantras, a lot of mantras. So there's a small mantra. Mantra means a small chant. It says Udatta Drushti Uttam Srishti. Listen to it very carefully. Udatta Drushti Uttam Srishti, which means sublimate your vision and liberate creation. Please repeat that with your mind while I'm reading it. Sublimate vision, liberate creation. Are you repeating it with me? Sublimate vision, liberate creation. What it means is that if you have a vision which is very good, then the creativity within you will get liberated. Not only your own creativity, but also of the environment around you. You'll find that the people have started responding to your good vision. And the whole world sometimes becomes your resource. All the environment around you becomes your resource. So sublimate your vision, you will liberate creation. That is the message of this. This is the last message which I'm practically trying to give you. I hope I've not bored you with these short messages, philosophical messages which I have tried to share with you. Today we have got 2 wonderful guests. One is Dr. M.M.P. Akhauri, ex-director of India's National Institute of Entrepreneurship and Business Development, and Professor Rajendra Kumar, started COE of Chandwad College. He's the professor from College of Engineering, Chandwad. We are going to request them to talk for about 5 minutes each to you people and inspire you with their experiences. Dr. Akhori, would you like to talk now? Akhori sir, would you like to talk?
Yes.
Please go ahead, sir.
Just I witnessed the whole affairs between 6 to 7, and idea came to me, and that how thought-provoking what you have given in the slogan is creativity. Actually, one presentations that spark a lot of thoughts and innovation, scope of innovations. Now the Galhot was making the presentations of his plan, and then what came up is that why electric vehicle with lithium engine? Why not with hydrogen? And then the thinking starts coming up, and the creativity starts moving into that. Can there be a spare battery? Can there be a hybrid? Can there be a sort of a more efforts of the closer starting points, etc., etc. So a lot of giving rise to a lot of thoughts about it. And that is the great achievement that I am thinking. Only thing that we have to train or discipline our mind to keep on imagining, keep on creating ideas, how the problems we are facing or the people are facing can be set or can be dealt with varieties of options, not only one, but many. And that is what is the entrepreneurship, the enterprise. This we can stimulate. And I saw it happening right now. The persons who are asking the questions also suggesting the alternatives. And therefore, the people have started putting their mind how to make much more options, much more creative thinking about the problems which are existing, which we are facing. And that is a great satisfying factors for me, which I saw, and it gave me a lot of pleasure. Actually, the people joining in your this efforts was from the countries of Nepal, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, or Nigeria. All those countries I have worked in 80s. And that time I was not finding people with lot of ideas. There are people were just dependent on that somebody has to give the idea. Right now I am finding the people are coming from there with their own ideas. And if this exercise keep on, then the people from within the country will come out with new ideas and pursuing that ideas. That is what is entrepreneurship. The hope is starting. This is why I was very keen to attend this and to experience what is happening in this type of efforts of our dear friends. And to you, I think you are succeeding in your mission, and I hope that you will be effectively serving all these countries with your efforts, particularly for enterprise education. Thank you.
Dr. Saab, thank you very much. Friends, I must tell you, in fact, I am holding my ears. One holds the ears in India when one is talking with one's guru, great grandmaster. Akhoriji could talk for a week about entrepreneurship, but he has been kind enough to make an appearance here and talk to us for 5 minutes. He has passed on some very important information to us and a message of innovation and creativity. Dr. Akhori has worked in Nigeria, he has worked in Nepal, India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, all the countries which are represented today. My dear friends, please see this as a great, great, great occasion. Nepal retractors have brought this about. It's not easy coming on one platform, so many countries and meeting each other. In fact, I feel very happy when Nigeria people say even one word. I feel very happy because they are so far away, distance-wise from us. We never know, we have never met people from Nigeria, but today we are meeting them because of this event. So thank you, Akhoriji. And please join us again tomorrow and whenever you can, even for the finals. I will now request Professor Tated, if you are there and you would like to talk, say a few words.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Waghji. I'm connected to this webinar last 3 days. Really wonderful. The zeal with which the participants are working on and the enthusiasm they are showing really sets their mindset in the right direction where they want to lead. I always believe that whatever language we know, okay, English wonderful, whatever mother tongue we have is wonderful. But as an entrepreneur, I must make my mindset to tune to one language, and that language I call it as a language of profit. I must understand that whatever I am doing, I must be in profitable position. I'm not talking in terms of money, all that. No. Money is one part of the story, but the customer satisfaction, the customer engagement, the after-sales service making the customer happy about. So all that I count in terms of a profit. I must understand that everything which I am doing, I must be oriented towards that goal of life. That is the language of profit. I should understand. If I can put an example for you. One Sindhi from Mumbai who was having a business of toys. He went to Shanghai one day and wanted to purchase some toys. A lady sitting on the roadside was having number of toys. The Sindhi was knowing only Hindi and Sindhi, and the lady who was selling in China was knowing only Chinese. She was not knowing English. She was not knowing anything. But both Sindhi and Chinese lady were knowing the language of profit, and that is how the business could happen between both of them. And that is what we need to understand. That is what exactly, if we can understand that mindset we should have. If you can have that mindset of thinking about the profit earning from everything, whatever you do, you must get something. Whatever you learn, you must get something. Whatever you read, you must get something. And that is what is exactly profit means to me. And if you do that from this webinar of 5 days, if you can get the profit out of this, set your business mindset in the right direction, hoping that you want to yourself to be an entrepreneur, whatever you want to be in your life. Think that this webinar is going to be useful from that point of view. If you take in this spirit, I think you will be definitely benefited by this webinar, and hope that you will prepare a wonderful business plan. You will have something out of box idea. You will create, you are wonderful people. This young generation is a wonderful generation. Everywhere you are now with the technology, pace of technology, you know better than us. You are surrounded by that technology. You born into that technology only. The hospital in which you are born is with the YouTube and all that was an just be near the bedside of yours. So you are born with the technology, you know better, but think something better, have some out of box ideas and make people happy. And that should be the spirit, that whatever I am going to produce, whatever service I am going to provide, it should be leading to the person's comfort. That is what, if you think from that perspective, you are going to be a wonderful enterprise maker in life. Thank you, Mr. Wagh, for the opportunity given to our students and all the students from this country globe. So exactly first day when you show the you had shown the globe and you showed that 180 degree India on one side and Nigeria, Ghana on the other side. This is really wonderful. The entire globe encompassed through this webinar. I hope that the people in this webinar will take a benefit of this and will have a mindset created to reach to the enterprise they are dreaming for. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Patel. Sir, you have given me a total new insight. I mean, I've been teaching enterprise education for, I think, 20 years now. But profit, the word profit, you have changed it from just monetary profit to benefit from whatever we do in life. That's a fantastic exposition I've got from you, sir. Thank you. Salam aapko uske liye.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I want to also thank all the other professors who are attending along with the students, Professor Pradyumna and Professor, I forget their names just now. Immediately, I don't have it on my phone. So all professors, please, thank you very much. Be with your students and help them. Okay, now let me just go back to my thing. We are now. Okay, where am I? Okay, we had ended here. Then we said this. Okay, now in the breakout sessions, as I said, start thinking of the preliminary business plan. Decide your team members. You might decide that I'm going to do it alone, no problem. And then when you come back, I will give you about 10-15 minutes on the breakout room. When you come back, right now we only want, yes, I'm going to be, I or these two people will present a business plan, the elevator pitch tomorrow. These are our names. If you have already thought of some business idea, product or service, mention that. If you have not thought of it, don't worry about it just now. Today, in the breakout room, you don't have to actually present any business plan when you come back. Today, you only coming to the decision. Yes, I want to be in the competition. And remember, the awards are very good. $100 first prize, $60 second prize, and $40 is the third prize. They are sponsored by Rotary Club of Pune Shivaji Nagar. Mr. Nitin Naik has taken a lot of efforts for that. Then I think, what are the other two clubs which are giving? Itahari and Yugal, right?
Yes, sir.
Itahari and Yugal. So we are very thankful to these clubs for having sponsored the awards. So do, and you know, more than the money amount is just the thrill that you are competing, and competition is a very important element of enterprise. So when you return, all I need today is team leader to give name of you and the team names who will participate in the elevator pitch tomorrow. And if selected, then in the final PVC. The resource persons will, if as a resource person, if you can come back and ask me any doubts, I will clear them. And if you remember, I said, offered that tomorrow, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. will be an open house. I'll keep my Zoom open. If any of you from India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal wants to consult me, I'm available. Walk in. Preferably, if you inform me that you're coming, then I'm prepared for you with your questions. Otherwise, just walk in and say, okay, we thought about this. We're having this problem. Can you clarify what you want here? Something like that. And for Nigeria and Ghana, the time is 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. India time, which is Nigerian time, 9:30 a.m. That's the only time which I found suitable, because after 3 p.m. I become busy in preparing for the evening sessions. And I thought anything earlier than that may not suit Nigerian people. So 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. India time, or 9:30 to 10:30. Again, it's open house. I am there. You can just walk into the Zoom room using the same Zoom link. And you can ask me, sir, we have done this. Is this right? Is this wrong? Okay, how can we do this better? Or we have not understood this. Please explain it to us again. I'll again give you the details. Tomorrow and day after is very crucial. So feel free, take advantage of my sessions which I'm offering you. I will explain I've already talked a lot about the business plan. But just quickly to tell you, I'll give you this instruction again. In the final presentation, you'll get 5 to 7 minutes, let's say 7 minutes. Then there'll be question answers from the jury, and also the attendees will put their questions in the chat box. I'll select some of them to ask. So presentation time 7 minutes, jury 2 to 3 minutes, another 2 to 3 minutes for the students. Participate in this whole thing tomorrow and day after as a learning experience. Don't get upset. My plan did not get selected. Don't worry. Just enjoy that experience. It's beautiful. Competing is a beautiful experience itself. Take it as an opportunity. Share your best feelings and knowledge with your colleagues. Okay. Grand jury, as we said, is Dr. Dakshada Rana, CEO at Itahari International College, and Mr. Nitin Naik. I invite anybody from Bangladesh, Nepal, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, or Nigeria. If you want to suggest some other jury member, please, because I'm still looking for one more jury member. In the final one, we'll be going into more details, but I will take these details again tomorrow. There we'll be going into your vision, marketing plan, how detailed it is, what is it saying, design plan, production plan, what is your clarity, and finance plan, and presentation skills and team working if you are in a team. Okay, I am done for now. Anuprash, you can now put them into your breakout rooms. I hope you all know what you have to do. You have to only come back with the decision that you are participating in the business plan competition, and what is your and you are ready for the presentation tomorrow. Yeah. Any questions before you leave? Quick question. Okay, there doesn't seem to be a question. Put them into the breakout rooms, please. And you have a choice. If you think that you want to come back earlier to the main session, you have finished your discussions, just come back, tell us about yourself. Or if you want to go into some other team for some reason, just tell. Khori sahab, now these people will go out into the breakout room.
Okay, okay, fine.
10-15 minutes they'll be away, then they'll come back. कैसा लगा आपको? ठीक लग रहा है?
नहीं, it is nice. अच्छा लगा हमें बहुत. मैं तो जान करके ये देखना चाहता था.
तो आप आ गए, इसी से हमारी ये इंस्पिरेशन बहुत बढ़ गई है. आपने जो वृक्ष लगाया था भारत में और साउथ एशिया में और सब जगह एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप का, उसको हम आगे ले जाएंगे सर आपकी तरफ से. झंडा लेके खड़े हैं हम तो आपका.
नहीं, ठीक है, आप लोग लेते चले जाइए. अब तो हमारा दिन खत्म हो गया.
अरे कहाँ खत्म हो गया सर? जुग जुग जियो आप तो.
आई एम हैप्पी दैट यू आर प्रोग्रेसिंग वेरी वेल. बहुत अच्छा है, बहुत सफलता मिल रहा है आपको. एंड आई एम हैप्पी दैट पीपल आर रिस्पॉन्डिंग ऑल्सो. एंड टाइम हैज चेंज्ड. नाउ यू आर एट द राइट वे इन द राइट टाइम. Actually, for the last in 80s, 70s, probably these things we could not do. Today you are in a position to do it successfully, and your efforts are very timely. And this is why I think that probably you are the timely sent person now. More success to you, so that we can achieve our mission.
आपसे हम प्रेरणा लेते हैं सर. अच्छा लगता है.
नहीं, अच्छा लगा मुझे भी. मैं भी चाहता हूँ अभी भी कि इस एरिया में जो काम हो रहा है उससे मैं जुड़ा रहूं, ताकि हमें खुशी मिलता रहे. यही देखता हूँ. और
आपने जो फोरम शुरू कराया है ना, उससे क्या होता है, मन को शांति मिलती रहती है. चलो करते रहो, करते रहो. एक इंस्पिरेशन है. Anuprash, I think 2 or 3 people have not gone. Vinuka and Ambrose.
Okay. Thank you. Maybe tomorrow I shall be joining again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. कल वो अपने they'll give an elevator pitch of their plan.
So let me see that.
Yeah. It will not be the correct full business plan.
I know. I understand that. This is why. But the type of questions that they were raising and they were facing, that shows great.
That is true. That is true. नहीं, बहुत होशियार बच्चे हैं यार. They are very clever children. Very, very proud of them.
Yes. And they have started even taking the gigantic problem which we were thinking and got afraid. Now this person is thinking about self-reliant in automobiles. Now this may be the vision.
That is true.
So this type, and the young people are now facing this. They are raising it, not the political forum, but the people from the individuals are now coming up. That is our great achievement.
Yes, sir. And
that is the success that you can think, and that can be enriching for you also, satisfying for you also.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Of course, I don't claim that this is an entrepreneurship development, because entrepreneurship development थोड़ा one stage ahead होता है. मैं जो बात कर रहा हूँ.
लेकिन मुझे इसमें कोई चिंता नहीं है. I have got difficulty when you talk of the enterprise education. Although my concept is always it is entrepreneurs. These are the part of that you are
part
taking.
Of that. It's a part of that.
Part of that you are taking. But I am for all these things, whether it is a startup or whether it is a unicorn or all, for me it is entrepreneurship.
Entrepreneurship, very true.
Actually, the people's problems and the innovations. That is what is the necessity or the function of the entrepreneurs.
Very true, very true. Thank you, sir. I'll just attend to these people now. Vinuka, why are you out of the group? You're not going? RAC, IIT Sri Lanka? Or you're alone? What is it? Vinuka, why are you in the main room just now? Dipti, also you, and Kishori?
Hello, sir.
What happened?
Sir, actually, I was alone in my breakout room. That's why I returned.
Oh, that's why you come back. So then you can even present a elevator pitch alone tomorrow, or you can go back and collect your MIT people and do it.
Yes.
Be bold. We are all encouraging people to be bold. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good, good. So think of it right now. Sit down and jot down your thoughts, what you want to do.
Yes, sir.
Isha, why you also came back?
Yes, sir.
Any particular reason? But you'll be there for tomorrow's this thing? You're planning to present something or no?
Yes, sir. I and Monica will be presenting.
Oh, okay, wonderful. That's what I wanted. Good, good. Binuka, what happened to you? You are all alone or what? Sri Lanka? I think Binuka is not there, perhaps. Ria also has come back. I think people are coming back after they have decided.
Sir, I had a doubt.
Who's talking? Ria.
Sir, Ria from India.
Yes, Ria.
Sir, I am actually a part of group of 5 people, but I also want to present individually. So can I present individually and in the group as well?
Yeah, you can do both because whichever is better, we'll evaluate it. Don't worry.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
तो मैं थोड़ा जरा ब्रेकआउट रूम में जाके आ रहा हूँ just to see if they need any help. ऐकून परत येतो मी थोडंसं ऐकतो आणि परत येतो जस्ट चालू आहे की नाही त्यांचं Where is it coming? मजा. Hello, all wonderful participants. Hello, all wonderful participants. I hope you have come up with some idea about what plan you want to present and the elevator pitch you will make tomorrow. In about 3 to 5 minutes, I'll be closing this session so that you can come back to the main session and announce your intentions. Anuprash, where are you? Anuprash, can you come back to the main room, please? Anuprash, are you there?
Yes, sir.
I think it's about 7:37 here. I think the people have finished discussion. You can call them back now.
Yes, sir.
We'll start
I think
noting
everybody's
down.
here.
Just close the blackout rooms.
Yes, sir, I've closed. They're returning.
It will take about 1 minute for them to come back now. Anuj is not there. Anuj and Vishaka are still in the breakout room.
बबिताजी हजुरको के कुरा भयो?
भयो के रे?
हजुर.
Okay.
अहिले भर्खरै भन्नुपर्छ र म एकछिन हजुरलाई मेसेज पठाउँछु.
So only one team has not come back. They will come back, I think. Have they come back? Anuj and Vishaka? And then Isha and Ria. I think they're back. Oh no, they're back. Okay. Shall we start?
Yes.
Yeah, Anupraj, you can take notes. Okay, friends, have you all taken a call whether you want to present? So, how do we start then? I think you raise your hand, those who want to participate, and then we'll ask you to talk one by one. Please raise your hand. Those who want to give the elevator pitch tomorrow. Okay, Deepti, please open your mic and start talking. First Deepti, then Nisha, then Rushabh, then Ria. After that, Anuj. Yeah, in that order. And as more people come in, we'll ask them. Deepti, please unmute yourself. Or you want me to? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Sir, I am Deepti. Sir, I am Deepti Durat from MIT WPU. I, along with my mentor, Dr. Amonta Galpallevar, we would like to present our idea called Lifesaver.
What is the idea?
Lifesaver. It is a medicine dispenser.
Okay. Oh, medicine dispenser. Okay.
Yes.
Anuprash, can you note it down?
Yes, sir.
So Deepti, prepare your elevator pitch for tomorrow in about 3 to 5 minutes maximum, and
Yes,
be
sir.
ready. Isha, can you unmute yourself and talk?
Yes, sir. I, Isha Naik from Modern College, India. I and Monica will be presenting tomorrow. So the idea we are not clear, but we will be discussing this today.
Yeah. Discuss it in your college, discuss it with your professors, come up with a
Yes,
fantastic
sir.
plan.
Yes,
and tomorrow, it's just the passion we want to see, whether you are, whether you have that in you. Okay.
Yes,
So,
sir.
Rushabh, can you please take over?
Hi, sir. I am Rushabh from the SNJB Chandwad, and we have idea of truckers from drivers, truck drivers to come on the one single platform.
Okay, fine. So, who all will present, Rushabh?
We Sahil and along with Sahil and Mahima, and if anyone can join, I can forward the message.
Sahil, Mahima, and Rushabh. Have you noted down, Anuprash?
Yes, sir.
They will present on the Truckers app or something. Ria, please open your mic and talk.
Yes, sir. Good evening. I'm Ria from India. I will be presenting individually first and then in the group with Anuj as well. My individual product is chicory beans coffee. It's a healthier alternative to coffee. I will be elaborating about it tomorrow.
Yeah.
And sir, for group plan, Anuj will share that.
Okay. So Ria, you will be in two pitches tomorrow. One for yourself, chicory this thing, and other with Anuj. Anuj, can you take over and talk about yourself?
Good evening, sir. Myself, Anuj. So in total, we'll be having 5 members in our group.
Okay, wonderful.
They are me, Kishori, Ria, Vishaka, and one more person named Ambrish.
Okay.
That 5th person, Ambrish, it's not confirmed. I'll let you know tomorrow.
Okay.
So we 5 people are going to pitch our ideas tomorrow, and we'll let you know.
Sure. You are from Modern College? Which Anuj?
Yes,
you are from?
Modern College, India.
Okay, good. Thank you, Anuj. So you have you're going to present 5 people. Anuprash, you have noted? Anuprash? Have you noted?
Anuprash was muted. Sir cannot hear.
It's Kishori, Vishaka, Ambarish, and
Ria.
Okay. Oh, it's you.
Yeah. Now it's Vedant. Go ahead. And those who have spoken, please put down your hand so we don't have to come back to you.
Good evening, sir. Myself Vedant, and I am from SNJB Chandwad. I am going to pitch individually, and in our team there are 5 members, four members, and our topic is about chronical pain.
Chronical pain.
Yes, we are making a solution on it.
Okay, chronical pain. Okay. So who are the members in your team, or you are alone? What is it?
No, sir. There are 4 members.
Give the names of the members to Anuprash.
Yes, sir. Piyush Bhandari, Prajwal Shinde.
Let him write down. Piyush
Bhandari.
Prajwal Shinde. Yeah. Diri. Anuprash, you tell whether you have heard it. Yeah.
Yes. And
Rishikesh Hande.
And yourself, Vedant.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. Hey, you guys are making it sound very exciting now. Ayushma Adhikari.
Hello, sir. I am representing from Nepal, Rotaract Sunsari. And we will be participating in tomorrow's elevator speech. But since our idea is not fixed till now, we will be discussing it later and we will be presenting tomorrow.
Okay, but who all are there in your group who will be with you?
Me, myself, and Nisha Naidu, and there is Srisha Gautam.
Please note it down, Anuprash. Good, good, fantastic. Fantastic.
I think there's also Babita ji from Budwal.
Babita? Babita, are you there? Or you can talk with her later.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
She's there. Go ahead.
I will talk to Anprash later. Is it okay?
Yeah, no problem. No problem. But be of good spirit. Go ahead and pitch. See, unless you talk, people will not understand you and come to help you. Okay?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
sir.
just be there. Then the Nigerian team is presenting now.
Yes.
Right. So not there now. How many teams are there now totally?
There are a total of just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 teams.
9 teams. That's a good number. 9 teams is a good number. So we have a tough time tomorrow. Okay, folks. I think we'll stop here now. Thank you very much for. Anybody wants to talk something?
Yes, I want to ask one question.
Who's that?
Vishaka from India.
Yeah, Vishaka. What is it?
Yes, sir. Tomorrow we have to present our idea through PPT presentation or just give a orally.
No, that choice is yours. See, you have to look effective, and the people who are evaluating have to feel confident that you'll do a good job of the final preliminary business plan. If you make a PPT, don't use 20 slides. Just use 1, 2, 3 maybe, and that's all. Just enough to put forward your idea. See, we are just trying to see whether you can integrate the plans, whether you have understood that it requires 4 types of plans. And briefly, you can talk about the plans. Briefly, you can talk about but understanding your idea is very important. Ideas first of all, vision is important. Vision, then the product, and then briefly about the plans. This is how we'll be going about. So you're only going to tell how you're going to, you might say that you're going to research for the market by making Google inquiries, or we are going to look for the design in so and so book or something like that. It's okay. We should be clear that you're clear about what you're going to present. So it's up to you. The choice is yours if you want to use any PPT.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Anybody else wants to ask anything? And as I said, tomorrow morning, 11 to 12, open house on the same link with me if you want anything. And 2 to 3 p.m. only for the Nigeria people, and if any one of you also wants anything. Good. Are you all revved up and ready for tomorrow?
It's gonna be tough competition.
Yes, sir. Very excited.
Yeah.
And I think
this is international competition. Don't forget that. Huh?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Yes, let's do it. Okay. Adhikari, fantastic.
I think people from the Sri Lanka, I think one team also added, sir. Sri Lanka.
Okay. But they didn't talk just now, or they just messaged you? What
Yes,
is
sir.
it?
Yes.
Huh?
They just texted me.
Okay, then add them also. So totally 10. Beautiful, beautiful. Wonderful, wonderful. Anuprash, you and Itari, great success. And Yugal. Okay, now you have to only tell me about Mala and Sital, whether they'll participate in the evaluation.
Yes, sir.
And then I'll share. So we can stop for tonight?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Good night, everybody. See you tomorrow. Full spirit.
Short time.
Bye. Anuprash, you can wait for a while. Let everybody sign off.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir. Have a great evening.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a great evening. I think we are two left now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's a good response. 10 is a very good number, I would say.
Yes, sir. I
think-
have to get like a confirmation from Bangladesh. That would make it 11 if they're ready to present.
Okay.
Also, if they are confused, I'm giving them the time session to join you tomorrow, sir, for any questions.
Yeah. And if you are free, you can also join me in
Yes, sir. Yes,
any
sir.
of the 11 to 12 or 2 to 3. Both
Yes,
the
sir.
times are available. In fact, locally, you first inquire with your Itahari and other teams whether you need any help. And then if they need help, they can all come.
Yes, sir.
Because if you are also there, it helps me. And
Yes.
now you just talk with Mala and Sital and find out if they